Hello guys, Farming Simulator 2013, here together with Doc. Game time. And it's a nice Sunday, it's weekend. Yesterday I've been spending some time with friends and it was actually pretty funny. They were witnessing me recording a world tour. And they were surprised how long it took. Yeah, for example, yesterday's episode in total took about 6 hours to produce or so, and it was interesting. They told me for them to see how it's done and how that all works. It was also kind of funny for me, to kind of demonstrate or whatever, you know what I mean. So we are here trying to get the rest of the sugar beets. We are still having these good deals at the moment. The sale is going on. In last episode I asked for ideas. Wait, I need to go to sales, yeah. And one comment I saw quite often was, get the Pantera, it's gonna be epic. And I kind of think, why not, you know? Just for the sake of it. I mean, epic device to fertilize the fields, and we like the epic gear. It's maybe total overkill, but who cares? We're gonna use the Pantera at the main farm probably for all the fields we got going on there, and use the other one we have and transfer it over to our new field. And pretty much made up my mind. We need to do the big switcheroo. You know, working around here with the sugar beets, they're kind of cool. It's nice, but it's taking up too much time. It is because here we can only work with this limited, harvesting width. You can see if you look at the sugar beet harvester how tiny basically it is what he takes out. The rows are really small or not wide, and I think if we worked with a cultivator here as well for the sugar beets and whatnot, it will just be really time consuming. And field number 7 is one of the biggest on the map. So I was thinking, okay, we're gonna get our cultivator down here. The one we run, the white one, the Condor, and of course we're also gonna transfer our combine down here, JL zip code, and then we want to go for canola rotation on here. Canola brings the most money per ton, but of course the yield rates are a bit lower, but I think it would be a nice way to produce a constant cash flow. I assume on a field like that we could gain about 50,000 liters of canola or so from one harvest, maybe a bit more, something around that. We should test it, and that should be like easy 50k in our pocket all the time from this field here, and we're gonna directly put it into the inn and sell it. I think that'll work out just fine. Don't mess with Elise here, our sugar beet harvester. Yeah, and I think that is the plan. Big switcheroo, trying to make more money. First, gonna try to sell all these sugar beets here and see how much cash we make. It certainly will not take us over 200,000, so we can buy the Pantera. And yeah, we might have to get another Amazon or another Condor, if we run one Condor down here, and then we could go for, theoretically we could go for corn, we could go for potatoes. Yeah, so we have to check when we're done with the switcheroo. We have to check what we do back at the main farm, but I think it would be alright if you go for corn and potatoes up at the main farm for now. And after that we need to invest to be more flexible. Also, that would be one option. The other option, and that is something that would also make sense, as we have the biogas plant over there, guys. We need to create like silage for it and chaff, basically, and that is done with this bad boy here. Let me quickly show you that epic machine. Tractors, harvesters, not potato harvesters here. Showed you last time. So this bad boy plus a corn header. Wow, holy crap, man! Over 400,000. But with that bad boy, we could produce chaff, and so now I'm thinking maybe we're gonna switch the corn production to down here and already start producing corn, get used to it, and then produce corn like in a huge scale and put it all into biogas plant. That would be the next evolution step. But for now, I think it would be the best to bring the gear over here and just go for canola, so we have quick money, and the quick money should bring us closer to buying the corn setup here, you know, with the crazy harvester. That thing is the most high-tech thing in the game. Cool, you can attach a trailer to it directly and so on. Pretty rad. So yeah, let me see. There's quite some work still to do here. I'll get it done, and I'll be back when I made some progress, guys. So last time, guys, we were talking about cars a little bit. I told you guys, me and my girlfriend, we need a new car. Thanks for all the suggestion, epicness down there, and I've been seeing some guys have down in the comment section been riding some crazy cars. You all must be rich or have rich parents. Yeah, you guys were saying get a VW Volkswagen Golf as your new Auto. In German, a car is called ein Auto, ein Automobil. Well, the thing is, guys, all my life, I don't know if you know the story, I don't know if I ever told it, but well, I don't know if I wanna, it's very private, but let's say I don't have a good relationship to my dad anymore. We once, got into a huge fight, and since that we basically don't talk to each other. Let's leave it there. And, well, I always had cars, you know, sponsored by dad for many years, and they were all VW Golfs in different versions, even up to a VR6, the fastest one, and GTIs and all that stuff. And honestly, guys, I don't think I want to have one of these again. I've been driving many Golfs, and there's some some bad karma with it at the moment, so I doubt I would go for a Golf. Other than that, I've been seeing you guys suggesting the Mini Cooper, for example, which is a car my girlfriend always liked. And actually, you know, first when it came out, I really thought it was kind of a ridiculous show car, but by now they seem to be pretty solid, and seem to be good cars. So I was thinking, why not? I might consider getting one of these, especially as the girlfriend kind of likes them, and quality of the cars is also okay. If you want to have some fun driving it, you need to take one with a bit of a bigger engine. Otherwise, it won't be that much fun. I was reading up some reviews, and it said all cool, but you need some horsepower because it's relatively heavy. That is true. I was also thinking, you know, everybody is talking about electric cars, blah blah blah. We need to, do something for the environment. Thing is, oh crapper, I'm sorry. Oh, are you serious? The thing is, would be cool. I would love. Man, don't you realize I'm hauling heavy gear here? What are this? Kidding me? Okay, then like this. Could also do it like this. So yeah, problem is, sure you could get an electric car, but the reach of these things is still ridiculous, and it's hard to find fuel stations and whatnot. So that is out of the picture. Also, we were considering, it will take, you know, as soon as it would make sense, I would buy one. No problem. I'd love the idea of electric cars. Yeah, and then there's also the Smart, you know, that really small car manufactured by Mercedes. Pretty cool, but problem is that it has no trunk. You know, if you have to transport anything, it's not a full car, and that is the problem. Because I'm, you know, totally open to such ideas. You know, thinking about, yeah, you know, environment and protecting our future a bit. Yeah, I would be down, but yeah, the industry has to offer it. You know, I cannot, like, you know, how would it work? I could buy one, but that wouldn't help me much. So yeah, bit of a problem there with these cars still, but I would be totally down for that if it would make sense actually. What is your opinion about that? Electric cars, they're by now really powerful. You know, if you really go for a nice electric motor, you can outrun most conventional cars, at least in acceleration and whatnot. So they could also be very, very fast and interesting to drive. It's not like, you know, so I would be down for it. It's really cool. JL2579, he made himself an electrical bike. It's more like a motorcycle. This thing is like ridiculously fast. Crazy. You have to check it out. The Black Widow. I will put down a link in the video description. Check that out. That is why we named our combine JL Zipcode, because that's like totally insane. So I thought, you know, he's into machinery. We got to give him some props for that. So I'm gonna cultivate this field here now. So we can put down sugar beets. We want to do the sugar beet thing here. As soon as we're done with harvesting at field 7, we're gonna do the switcheroo, transfer over, and then we're gonna get our other fields, get our other fields up and running. Also, wanna transfer the sugar beet plant or seed machine back. Or was it, what was it, sugar beets and corn? I have to check. When it was sugar beets and corn, we can leave it here because we're gonna go for corn down here anyways. Okay, let's see. Let's grab some more of the sugar beets, but I think it was sugar beets and corn the machine could cultivate. We'll see. I'll keep on harvesting here, keep on collecting. Making progress, but still it takes forever to get this field done, and it just feels too long for my taste. I'm almost scared that some of the crop may rot. In the meantime, time is ticking for the sale. See how much money we can make until then. Maybe, well, the sale will just pass. It should also not be like the biggest drama, because yeah, you know, we got the money coming in sooner or later, and we're making progress. That is what counts. So ever so often, guys, I told you some stories about my grandfather here in these episodes, and I don't know, I just look up to him. He was a cool dude, you know, always there for me, and yeah, there was one funny little story kind of want to share, and that shows his real old school farmer background. Like, you know, I grew up in a relatively small village. There was about, when I was 10 years, let's say maybe 1,500 people living there, and it was about 5 miles, 3-4 miles away from most other villages or cities. There were smaller towns close by, but it was countryside. Not like real hardcore countryside, but still, yeah, it was a small, typical small village. Ein Dorf. A village is a Dorf. and everybody knows anybody there. And you know, if you're a young kid and you know, I don't know, do prank somebody or whatnot and get caught, normal way it would be handled. If you get caught by a farmer running through his fields or whatever, he would basically hold you up and give you a little I don't know, yeah, butt whipping, nothing serious, you know. Not beat but it could happen. You could easily have eine kleine Shell, that is, you know, when you with a flat hand in the face, on the cheek, bam. That could easily happen, and nobody would bother, and nobody would call the police or vandalism, you know what I mean? So that's how things would be handled. And there was one huge farmer there, and me and my buddy basically messed up. We had these blowguns. Basically it was a 1 meter long aluminium pipe, small pipe, and you know, dried peas would perfectly you know, fit in there. You could shoot them, it would not be lethal, but if you hit somebody on the leg, it would cause some trouble. And we were shooting at the cows of the farmer, which was a stupid idea, and the cows went mad and broke out of the corral and kind of trampled some of his herbs and potatoes and some tomatoes and whatnot. His small garden there he had as well. And yeah, as it was a small town, you know, and yeah, you were snitched out by some other kid, because we were telling the story. It was, yeah, stupid. We couldn't keep our mouths shut, and after a short while he figured out it was us. And well, my grandfather had heard as well. He came back on a Sunday morning from a walk with the dog. He always had 2 big dogs and 2 German shepherds. And then the neighbor told him, oh, what did they do again? They did your grandson and his friend, blah blah blah, and they let the cows loose. And my grandfather, when he heard that, he was really mad, because you know, it was farm stuff, and he was just wondering how I could be so stupid and provoke like cows. I mean, you know, they could get out of there and trample us and whatnot. And he was like coming home, and I was there as well with my football, playing out in the garden. Called me in, what did you do? Are you stupid? The farmer's gonna come, you can bet. I'm not gonna help you, you're gonna get your butt whipped for your stupidity. And I was like, oh no, you didn't do it. And I was trying to, Grandpa, then give me that thing, where is it? And then he wanted the blowgun back, and then I said, okay, now he's gonna take it away and blah. And I said, okay, just said you can keep it, but be reasonable and use your brain. Don't shoot people, don't shoot animals, shoot anything just for the fun, but not something like that. And I was like, okay, that's it. I was thinking, okay, I might get punished a little bit or something, and he might tell my parents, but no, he didn't. And well, about a few hours later, Farmer S shows up. I don't, of course, wanna say his full name, but he showed up. He was a pretty angry fellow out in the garden shouting, come out, where is he, blah blah blah, we need to talk, and blah blah blah. My grandfather went out, and my grandfather at this time was already 75 years old, so you know, I didn't want him to get in a fight with a farmer who was in his prime, 30 years, you know, just, I don't know, wrestled a bull or whatever. But my grandfather was pretty bad. He had not a single moment of fear. I could see it in his eyes, because he was saying, bring out your grandson, he's gonna get his deserve. And he said, you're not gonna touch my grandson. I already talked to him. The thing is, alright, we're gonna pay for whatever is damaged, but you're not gonna punish him physically. No way, you're not gonna touch my grandson. He said, yes, he deserves it, blah blah blah, and he wants it, you know, because it was just like the traditional way. And after a while, he didn't want to go. Then my grandfather got angry and said, you're gonna leave my ground now. And he's not willing to go. And then suddenly my grandfather really brought out the old school farmer stuff. You know, he said in his dialect, I cannot really replicate it because it wasn't, but verschwind oder der rote Hahn kräht auf deinem Dach. That basically means get out of my property now, or I'm gonna set your whole freaking farm on fire. And yeah, that was something, you know, obviously that was okay, now it's getting serious, you know what I mean? And he left, never touched me, and yeah, later on we went there. 1 week later, when I knew he was not that mad anymore, when I said sorry, dude, and it was quite quite some damage. It was actually a few $1,000, repairing all the damage that was done. I had to share it, with my buddy who was also involved, and yeah, sadly, because of the monetary damage that was done, our parents had to be informed, and be sure I got my butt whipping that. Oh man, because yeah, that was really, really stupid, and probably one of the most stupid things I've ever done while I was a young boy. Other than that, I basically never did something really stupid that, caused some massive damage to something or whatever. It cost a lot of money to repair, but that was something, because yeah, it basically trampled all, and also I think some of the mad cows that went out also bumped 1 or 2 cars a little bit and dented them and so on. So yeah. So whenever you have blow guns, do you say that you have don't shoot anything that is living. It's not good, especially not crazy cows. So often when I talk about my childhood here in these episodes or other episodes, you hear me mention my grandparents a lot. I think I might want to share that with you. When I was like 9, 10, my parents had a divorce, and thanks to my grandparents, basically my childhood was not affected drastically. A divorce can, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of viewers around, who know what I'm talking about. It can be pretty distressful and pretty crazy. For my situation, it was like that. We had a house in the same village. Me and my grandparents also were staying, or yeah, how I say it, basically where my grandparents also had a house. And when the divorce happened, house was sold. Dad moved somewhere else. Me and my mom moved somewhere else, and we moved 10 miles away into. Yeah, it was social living. My mom didn't want to take any money from my dad. Of course, he was paying the childhood support. Normally, there was never a problem with that. But my mom said, no, we're going to take care of ourselves. And then we had to move to a pretty cheap area. And yeah, thank God, I had my grandparents there. The routine didn't change. Before it was like that. My mom was working, dad was working. I went to school. After school, right up to my grandparents' house, get out of the bus, homework, eat, and get out with the friends. Childhood paradise. And well, later on it was like that. In the morning, of course, I left for my mom's place, went to school, met my friends. The only thing was, okay, I couldn't ride in the bus together with them in the morning, hanging out, riding home to my grandparents' place, doing homework, eat, childhood paradise. Know what I mean? And also, not only, they kept my childhood intact, also, you could see the traditional family values being still taught, working, a work relationship that was working out. So that's why my grandparents basically are like my parents for me, or were. Both have passed away by now, but always said my grandmother is like my second mom, and also dad for the grandpa. So that's how that turned out. Quickly want to address that, ever so often, or actually quite often, you get fan mail or personal messages for people going through stuff like that. Some crisis, as we have quite a bunch of young members in our community. Often divorce is a topic, or my parents are fighting. I actually lately got a message, basically somebody was saying, Doc, please respond, my parents are basically fighting now at the moment, arguing. It's not violent, but I'm afraid they might get a divorce. It's really a distress situation. What should I do? And well, luckily at this moment I was just by chance looking through the personal messages, see that message basically popping in as I refreshed the page, replied and said, hey dude, calm down and relax, it'll be fine. And yeah, it's, I just can give general advice. For me, it was a tough time as well. Of course, you had my grandparents there, catching me a bit, but it was messed up. If you're caught in the middle between your parents, you don't want to take a side. That is the most annoying thing in these situations. As a kid, you don't want to pick sides. Okay, maybe one part really is a bad person, then it might be easier, but still it's your dad or your mother, so it's not easy. And it is annoying, but what helped me, I really openly addressed the situation with my parents. Your parents then might really find a hard time to explain themselves, because of course they know what they did there. They know that they really, left you hanging there. They messed up your childhood. They're gonna have a bad conscience. So it's gonna be really hard for them to approach you, and tell you what went down. So I was thinking about that, and then I came to the conclusion I'm gonna just directly at some point address it with my dad, when things calm down. And about 1 or 2 years after the real divorce, I was like 12, 13 or something. I kind of sat down with my dad and said, okay, Dad, really, what went down there and what happened? And well, it came to a nice talk, and he could explain himself. He got a chance to explain himself. I often did the same thing with my mom, and they were not like, at the beginning there was more anger, because if something like that goes down the gutter, everybody is mad, and mostly there's monetary loss involved and whatnot. But when steam has blown off a bit, both were able to explain the situation and just explain to their child what went wrong. And basically, it was okay. We didn't work out. We learned it, but we were caught in a machinery. We had the house together. We tried to keep it together, but it just didn't work out. And it was, a fair chance for both of them to express themselves, because it can happen. So of course, in the moment it happens, it can be dramatic, but over the years, it will take a few years. Whenever there's family meetings, when there was Christmas, everybody was talking about the divorce and whatnot. It can be annoying, but after a few years, it kind of wears off and kind of becomes normal, and hopefully, the relationship between all involved parties is kind of normal. They don't have to love each other, but in the end, my parents also learned to respect each other again. And then that was a situation where, when I had, for example, my final school exam, or both showed up and there was no scene, they were okay, both were proud, and it worked out. So of course those times can be hard for you and it's not fun, you can bet, but normally you should be able to make it. And if you have some hard trouble, always remember there's a community around. The Minecraft community in general, but especially the community around the Minecrackers, we always took care to kind of keep it friendly around here, and that's the way we're gonna run the show in the future. And we're doing it. So whenever I saw a comment of somebody saying, man guys, I really had a messed up day today and everything went wrong, got bullied or whatever, I always see others jumping in saying, hey bro, don't you worry, we got your back. I can share that experience, because talking with others that have the same experience helps. So, just go for it. Don't be too scared. You won't be bashed around here. I'll make sure. Because if somebody would attempt bashing, if somebody expresses some trouble or weakness, we would take care of it. Don't you worry. Okay, look at that. It's nice. Sugar beets are rolling in. We're almost done with the fields. And I'm also doing other jobs on the side. I'm cultivating all fields, basically. Let's see. Here I've done 14, 15, 16, 17. Those are done, and now I'm gonna ride up and do our potato fields up there. It was potatoes before. I think we might keep it that way. And when I'm done with cultivating the field up there, we could already sow out some potatoes and slowly but surely take care of the other fields again and crank up our production, which is pretty cool. Alright, I'll set him up here. It'll take a while to cultivate our ginormous potato area here. And I'll be back, guys. Alright, guys, that's it. That's it. The last bits of sugar beets. Man, forever. Now let's bring in the condor. Condor time. Look at that machine. Now you can gauge how massive the condor is. You know, it's basically bigger than our crazy combine. So, yeah. Epic piece of machinery. Swag. I hope I don't run into car trouble. Man, they're having a hard time here. They constantly run into this hill there, and there's a traffic jam. Wait, let's see, let's start him up from here. Just want to gauge. Almost make it then. Should work out so we can get him continuously running. I want to start him at this little edge there. Okay, man, there's lots of cars. That's a little bit of a disadvantage of this field. The others have the trees and those have a traffic jam. Or this one has a traffic jam. It's ridiculous. Okay, canola is set. Hire worker. Let's see. Okay, going here. Do we get it all? I think so, we should get it all. Can't see it with the remains of the sugar beet harvest just fine. But okay, we're sitting at 173,000. And we should be almost done. Let's get this bad boy out of the way. Well, actually we can teleport it home. Let's can we fold it together? No. Why? Oh yeah, pipe in first. I was wondering. Okay, pipe in. Fold harvester. Wait. Yo, Bentley, are you crazy? Oh, yeah. Epic win. Okay, we can bring her home. Because we're gonna do the sugar beet thing at the main farm. Alright, that's done. Here is cultivating going, so now sowing is going on here, so next step would be fertilizing, and we were talking about the Panter, right? So we want to get that bad boy. To get it, we need to sell something. I mean, our other tractors are busy at the moment. How far are we here? Almost done, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna quickly wait it out, let him finish his job here. And then we're gonna take some canola, sell it so we have enough money. And then we're gonna go for a nice little shopping trip and get us the Panter. Oh yeah, looking forward to that. I'm hoping with the Panter I can hire a worker to do the fertilizing of the fields. That would be pretty epic and worth any cent the thing costs. Alright, so yeah, it's almost done. Be right back, guys. Okay. Everything works out. Machine keeps on going. He didn't stop. I didn't have to reset him. And yeah, that is what I'm calling fast. The condor is running, man. Haha. Awesome. And here I got a full load of canola, which we can sell for 1,400 bucks a ton. I have to completely turn the messages out. They get on my nerves. Wait a second. Mission frequency. No missions. We don't need them anymore. Okay. Let's unload. Let's see. Yeah, that should make it possible. Alright, easy. Sweet. Okay, guys. Go to the shop. Wait, let me quickly get out of the tractor here. Go to the shop. Then fertilizer. Amazon Pantera. Oh man. Oh boy, we need a little bit more money. It's this bug, you know, guys. It's 25% off, but you actually have to have the complete sum, and we are a bit short here. Thought we were barely over. Dang it. Yeah, are we short? Why can't we buy it? 188 with 25% off. Oh, the sale ends in an hour. Fico, we need to hurry up. Alright. Alright, alright. Vehicles. Reset. Need to sell more stuff. Man. Okay, I'm on it. It's a race against time. Okay, a lack of time calls for drastic measures. We're going rock crawling. We just got an achievement. Mass production. Oh yeah. Whew. Okay. Go. I think the sale runs until 7 in the morning. So we need to hurry up a bit. Yep. Rock crawling abilities enabled. Go. Now that should be good enough. Jeez, man. I wanna miss that chance. 25% off. Suck. Okay, unload. Alright. Now. Yes. Pantera. Owned. Let's check it out. And yes. Cool. It looks like a grasshopper on steroids or something. See that? Oh boy. How much was a condor? Now I'm getting crazy. Didn't they have the condors? Wait a minute. Tractors, front loaders, harvesters, potato, beef, tippers, cultivators, plows, sowing. Man, it would be a good deal. Whatever. Come on. Man, like this to the Black Friday effect or something kicking in here. We're good now, man. We bought this epic tool. Wow. That's what I'm calling a sprayer. Oh. Can we attach tippers to it? Then we could use it at the... Oh. Let's see. For the ladies, seat, well-equipped machine. Let's get going. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. How much fuel? 200. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Gotta get used to it. Let's have a look from the outside. Oh yeah, pretty cool. Let's quickly, whoa, ah, whoa, no! Help! Careful, man. Let's ride home to the farm and load up. Fill it up completely. I think at the biogas plant there's a refill station. Excuse me, somewhere. To really look carefully. Maybe I can find it. Okay. But for now we gotta load up here. Press mouse for additional controls. What the? Oh. I see. Wow. Okay, 8,000 liters or something. Or what was it, 4,000? Yeah. What the heck is that? Ooh, yeah. Pretty cool. Okay. Load it up. It's fast. Cool. Alright. Whoa. I'm gonna ride over to field 7. The Condor should have done its work by now. Hopefully, should almost be done. And then we can go for a first fertilization run with that bad boy here. Man, the steering wheel, it's really direct. Woo! It's made for quick turns. Hey ladies, maybe we can try again. This time, interested? No? Really? Hey, check that out. This thing is almost like a low rider. Low rider. Down. Awesome. Nice purchase. Nice purchase there. Okay. Field 7, 12 o'clock. Target acquired. Let's go a bit cross country with it. Yep. Looks stable. Condor is almost done, as you can see. Going all out back there. So we can start it up. Let's try at this corner, and hopefully it has such a reach we can catch everything. Okay. Time to unfold, people. Oh yeah. What the I bet this thing can fly, man. If we break 88 miles, we'll travel back in time. Okay, now we can lower it. Okay, and we cannot hire a worker. Too bad. Okay, turn on sprayer. Speed 2. Cruising. Okay, I need to line it up so we hit that area over there too. Oh man, that's a 40-meter span or something. Oh yeah. Oh. Alright. About like that. Oh, why can't we hire a worker? And why? What does that do? Why can I lift it and lower it? doesn't really affect our spraying, I assume. Maybe it's just for realism. Or when you turn, or you know, in realism, if you like would try to fertilize, you know, a grown maize field or corn or so, you should turn it off. But well, hey, come on, crazy. But it speeds up the job here. Let's see, speed 3. Too fast. Speed 2 it is, okay. Well, it's amazing. We got a new tool. The Panter. I don't think we have to rename that bad boy. Panter is as bad as it can be. I hope you know the band Panter. Phil Anselmo and co. Walk! I hope you enjoyed. We bought another epic piece of equipment. Have a nice weekend still. And if you watch the episode later, have a nice day. I'm out. Bye bye.